Yeah, guys, let's get into our Pac-12 Power Rankings this week. We've got some movement because the Pac-12 is a dumpster fire, and nobody wants to be really good.
Everybody's really bad.
Everybody's really confusing, to say the least. So let's go ahead. Let's see what we've got on this graphic. Look, the top 4 don't change. The Arizona Wildcats, they've been taking care of business now for a while. They've slowly started to figure it out. The Arizona Wildcats, they are on a 5-game win streak. They are undefeated at home, and they are 10-3 in conference. The Arizona Wildcats know what they're doing, and that is why they remain number 1 here in the conference. Washington State, second straight week, they are the number 2 team in the Pac-12 Power Rankings. They are also on a 5-game win streak. I didn't realize this. Washington State's 18-6 overall. They could mess around and find themselves in the NCAA tournament. What you got to like about Washington State, though, is they've been able to get it done against both good and bad teams. And what I mean about getting it done against bad teams in college basketball is simply winning games that you should win. Okay, a part of their win streak, they've got dubs over Oregon, Oregon State, Washington, Colorado, and Utah. Look, a couple of those teams that we'll get to in these Pac-12 Power Rankings aren't too far off from Washington State. And the fact of the matter is Washington State is winning, and they're winning at a consistent clip. That is why I've got the Cougs at that second spot. Now, keeping it moving with these Pac-12 Power Rankings, at number 3, you've got the Oregon Ducks. The Oregon Ducks are a very, very interesting team because Oregon, for a while now, has felt like they were the number 2 team in this conference. But as of late, they've lost 2 of their last 3. One of those games being to Washington State, and one of those games being to a UCLA team that's finding ways to get it done. So Oregon's going to need to pick it up if they want their spot in the NCAA tournament. Colorado at 4, UCLA up 3 spots. Second straight week, they are big, big risers. UCLA up to number 5 in the Pac-12 Power Rankings. And you know why? You know why the UCLA Bruins are at that number 5 spot? It's because they are also on a 5-game win streak. UCLA, after an abysmal start to the season, is finally starting to figure it out in conference play. They are 16 no, I'm reading this wrong. 13-11. There you go. 13-11 overall this season.
I was going to say that's a season record. What's their conference record?
8-5.
There
8-5.
it is.
There you go. It took me a second. To get that right. But yes, UCLA, big, big jump over the last 2 weeks. We'll see if they can carry it into the back half of the conference season. Moving along with our Pac-12 Power Rankings, sitting at number 6, we've got the Stanford Cardinal. Utah at number 7. They had themselves a rough weekend, lost to both Arizona and Arizona State.
The ASU loss hurts.
The ASU loss hurts everybody at this point in the conference. Cal, they fall a spot at number 8. Washington at 9. You got your Arizona State Sun Devils at number 10. Another interesting week for the Sun Devils. Jacob, what did you think about Arizona State's week?
I mean, if you would have asked me before the week, so everybody knows right now, and I'll come back to you right now. Everybody knows that the trip through Colorado and Utah is actually, it's been the hardest trip in the Pac-12 so far this year.
Yeah. And
if you told me going into it that they were going to split, I probably would have laughed in your face and said, you know what? That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it just, everything about this season doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And then I'm used to it at this point.
Arizona State finding a way to get it done on the road against
convincingly.
Utah. Yeah. No, they did it. And you could have gotten Arizona State money line at the start of the game plus 650. I checked, but I wasn't going to take it because Arizona State had been on a bender of losing as of late. But because of that win, they are where they are. Just fun little fact here. Frankie Collins leads the team in points per game, assists per game, and field goal percentage, and steals per game. Frankie Collins is a machine who makes this machine, Arizona State, function and move. But the final 2 teams in our Pac-12 Power Rankings, at number 11, you've got the Oregon State Beavers. I am so sorry, Clint. And then at number 12, you have USC. Another week and another failure for the Trojans. They lost both games. They are 3-10 in conference play. And guess what, Jacob? USC still yet to win 10 games overall this season. They are 9-15 with a very talented roster. It's been very, very interesting to see the way the Trojans have played thus far. They're 1-8 on the road, and Oregon State, actually, funny enough, is defeated on the road. They haven't won a game away from home all season long. But guys, head to the comments. Let me know what you think of this week's Pac-12 Power Rankings.